Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to New Zealand. I'm in Queenstown, which is in the middle of the South Island on beautiful Lake Wakitipu. The first few weeks I stayed in a hostel and began setting up my life again. I focused on getting a job as I was pretty much broke and also looked for a more permanent place to live as I did not want to stay in a hostel again for 9 months. I found this pretty nice house to live in, which is located in the suburb Lower Shotover, and that's about 50 minutes out of town. To be honest, I wasn't really in a good headspace and there was a lot going on in my mind. I tried to set goals for the next couple of months to have things to look forward to. I was struggling with my work, my life in general, relationships and all those kind of emotions. And on top of that, I quit smoking, which wasn't really helpful either. Anyway, more about that later. First, I want to show you a bit of the work I did over here. Not everything was as bad as I thought it was, because this drive to work was absolutely breathtaking. Good morning, I'm gonna show you today what kind of work I do here in Queenstown. Fencing is not really interesting, but at least you have a bit of an idea what I'm doing here. I don't know if I'm gonna stay here, but yeah, also it's very cold. It's 4 degrees at the moment, and that's what summer is like in New Zealand. Woo-hoo. So, as I mentioned, I found a job as a fencer. In terms of tasks, it includes a lot of manual laboring, which is something I was familiar with doing, but I was also aware that it wasn't the type of work I love to do. Doing the same thing day in, day out just doesn't fit me. But after all, this experience also brought me positive things. During my stay in New Zealand, I met this wonderful girl, and let me introduce you to Ella. She became a very good friend of mine during my time over here, and she introduced me to something which I'd never heard of before: disc golf. I can imagine most of you never heard of it before either, but I will quickly explain the concept. It is actually very simple. Think of golf. Replace the balls and clubs with frisbees, and replace the hole with a basket and do the exact same thing. Disc golf is originally from the US, but also over here in New Zealand it's very popular. This day we play one of the 2 courses in Queenstown, Tucker's Beach. Ella was already playing disc golf for a few years, so she was a good one to learn from. To be honest, in a few weeks I got completely hooked on this game. It's just so good. Being out in nature, enjoying the competition and challenge, but also the fun that comes with it. As we say, yay for disc golf! It's finally time to explore the country a little bit. I got the opportunity to go to Christchurch, together with my housemate as he went to visit his parents. It's about a 6-hour drive northeast of Queenstown, and this is the first time I'm getting out of the town in about 1 month. So there we are again. I arrived in Christchurch and it was about a 6-hour drive north of Queenstown. It was a nice drive, especially the first 2 or 3 hours in central Otago was, landscape is so beautiful. Beautiful view, beautiful lakes. After that it became a bit flatter and or a bit more flat, I have to say. But yeah, now Christchurch is supposed to be the second biggest city in, well, it is actually the second biggest city in New Zealand, and in my opinion it's so quiet. Like, it's really a ghost town. It's big though, it's like heaps bigger than Queenstown, but there's no one, literally no one here on the roads. Anyway, I'm gonna have a little walk and going for, I think a pizza tonight or something. Have a beer in the pub, and tomorrow visiting some cultural things and of course see some of the damage from the earthquake from 2011. I'm really interested in what that did to the city. So that's gonna be my weekend in Christchurch, something different. Yes. Christchurch experienced 2 major earthquakes in 2010 and 2011, less than 6 months apart, which had a huge impact on the city and left it in total destruction. Seeing the result and destruction of this made a big impression on me. It's absolutely terrible to see what the population of the city has been going through, but they have done a great job rebuilding and forming a strong sense of community. Still in Christchurch, driving back today with my friend Ella from Queenstown, and before we're gonna play some disc golf. Hey you.
Hi.
And lucky for me, on the way back, Ella gave me the opportunity to take some drone shots of this beautiful landscape. Thanks for watching the first part of my stay in New Zealand, and next week will be the very last episode of my Aussie story. See you then!